hop in your TARDISes. You're listening to another episode of Doctor Huh?
Do I become a little blob when I get older?
Don't we all? This is a show where we watch Doctor Who in random order. I'm Jordan and I'm full of snakes.
I'm Sam, and you wouldn't kill me. I'm just a little guy.
You're just a little guy. This week we're talking about episode 1 of Series 9, The Magician's Apprentice. Not entirely sure why it's called that.
It's a metaphor. Who's the magician's apprentice? Is it you, me, the viewer?
This one was written by the enemy, Stephen Moffat, and I was feeling a lot of animosity with him this week, if I'm being honest.
Interesting.
And it was directed by Hetty MacDonald.
That it was.
The all-time great, one of the classic directors of our time, definitely. How did you feel about this episode?
You're just gonna ask me that?
You better not have said you liked it.
I have to decide how I felt about this episode.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a different question first. Were you in the mood this week to watch Doctor Who?
It wasn't as bad as last time.
Yeah, you weren't feeling the sorrows. That's okay.
No.
How did you like the episode though?
Well, let me think about the two things that happened in it.
That was a very telling exhale. Yeah, let me just say that Stephen, he's a man of words. You know, this is a show of words. We've said this before. And Stephen loves to write words. And his number one favorite writing technique, besides I tricked you into thinking I was straight and then I owned you by being gay. His other favorite writing technique is I will confuse the viewer, and if I make enough things happen at the same time and they're all confusing, they're gonna feel so embarrassed to say this makes no fucking sense. They're gonna feel so embarrassed to admit that they don't understand the episode that they're just gonna pretend that they like it.
Now,
when they're talking
I have to
about
ask,
other podcasts.
what are you talking about? What did you not understand?
I mean, let me rephrase that. It's not that I didn't understand. It's that this is like an episode where like 100 million different things happen and it's bouncing all around, and then by the time that the plot happened, I looked at the timestamp and there was like 10 minutes left of episode.
It's funny you say that because in my mind, this is an episode where almost nothing happens.
Well, nothing of
But no,
value.
you're right. There a lot of events transpire,
but nothing
they're all
happens.
Right. They're all just set up. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Stephen was watching Game of Thrones.
I can't wait to see how you get there, but okay, sure.
And Hetty was watching Star Wars.
Can you maybe elaborate? Maybe I'm dumb because I was so confused. I mean, I was not confused, but I wasn't really following what Stephen was trying to do this week because, and I'll admit that in my heart because I'm not afraid to be embarrassed. I was a little unsure with what his plans and schemes were. Can you maybe explain to me what you mean by that, please?
That Game of Thrones?
Yeah, why is it Game of Thrones and why is it Star Wars? Because I just
remember...
The
Game of Thrones of it is the number of scenes in this episode where characters are standing posed dramatically and just saying that something dramatic is happening.
Yeah, that is happening, and then it's...
I think a perfect example of that is the scene. We go to fucking Karn. Why are we still
Why
on
were
Karn?
we on Karn?
Can I get away from Karn, please? Series 9, I don't care about Karn.
No, because this is Series 9 that's going to lead up to our biggest eating cereal moment of all time, which is Hellbent Heaven Sent. Because we watched the episode where we reverse ate cereal, so it's supposed to be a good episode that turns into a bad episode, I guess. I'm not sure. People are really mad at me for saying that, by the way.
I would argue that the cereal guy meme that you're referring to of the guy eating cereal and then saying, this will never something, and then seeing it happen and then spitting out the cereal, that's reverse eating cereal.
Yeah, that's him saying, I will never eat cereal, and then he eats the cereal in the second panel. So one day
the Karn scene is extremely Game of Thrones. It's a big pile of talking snakes talking to the Sisters of Karn. They're all standing 50 feet apart with their arms at their sides holding a torch. Snake person is like, where is he? And then the Sisters of Karn are like, we will not speak, or something like that. Tread carefully.
We're really going out of order, but I did want to note something that I've learned.
And it's Star Wars because there are diagonal wipes.
I've learned something about Steven.
Oh.
He loves when things slide around. Because we got the sliders last time in season 9.
Yeah, the
and now we have a brand new guy who slides. And glides.
Colony Sarf.
Which, by the way, nothing in the world is less intimidating or scary than a guy who fucking rollerblades everywhere. Because that's what it looked like, was that he was just rollerblading all over the place. And
my bigger issue with Sarf was the wiggles.
He was
wiggling. Menacingly wiggles.
He was wiggling and sliding, and Steven wanted
There's a part, we're going out of our...
Okay.
Sarf is trying to menacingly wiggle at the Sisters of Karn, and Ohila, who is still on the show somehow, is like, your powers don't work here.
You will never wiggle at me.
So to answer your question, do I like this episode?
Yeah. Do you like it?
It was fine.
Did you?
It was fine. Nothing happens. The vibes are alright.
I mean... Okay, let me begin by saying it's the future and the past. War is hell. War is stupid. War has become
Don't
stupid.
Begin yet.
No?
We need to address the headcrab in the room.
Yeah, I was also thinking that the only way this episode could there's a non-zero chance in my mind that
this episode follows directly from the headcrab dream episode. Was that last Christmas?
Yeah.
Which they were stuck in a headcrab hallucination dream.
There was a lot of
at the end, there was a little thing that implied that Santa Claus was still present, and either that means that Santa is real, canonically, or it was hinting that they're not out of the dream yet. Now, Clara dies in this.
Clara and Missy both die in this episode. So
which
the doctor
I don't know,
rewrites
I'm torn
time.
Because multiple people have said to me it doesn't feel like the plot of Series 9 would be following off of the Christmas special, but big plot happens in Christmas specials.
Big plots happen. The Doctor is always experiencing trauma around Christmas. We know this. Can I talk about the stupid war, please? It is the year 2000. War has become stupid. Because we begin with War is Hell, which is another theme that Steven really likes. The newest season has a War is Hell Steven episode. It was alright. But this is a stupid war because it's got guys with bows and arrows, it's got laser biplanes, it's got clam drones. Steven, are you sure about that one, bud?
I think that the Stevenest thing in this War is Hell war is there's a child stuck in a minefield, and this guy is like, careful, you're surrounded by hand mines, and hand mines are like landmines.
But they're hands.
But they are hands.
And
they have eyeballs on the palms.
Whoa.
Now, Jordan, why do they have eyeballs on the palms? Is it because they are using them to look? No. It's so because they look creepy.
Yeah, it's because he saw Pan's Labyrinth and he said, what if there were eyeballs on a hand? That would
because the hands reach out of the ground and the eyeballs are on them and they look around. But they clearly can't see anything with them because they're not grabbing the kid.
So crazy, Steven. I cannot
the subtitles say that this man's name in this episode is Konzo, which I only mentioned because I wrote that down and then he died.
And then he died
30 seconds later.
There's a boy who's in a field of hand mines, which is really funny because, once again, landmine seems to be a space that Steven really likes to play in. He really enjoys it. And then this boy's scared, and then he starts saying, help, 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 I'm a little boy, and I'm a good boy, and I've never do anything bad in my life. And then
I thought this was a very Game of Thrones moment in tone, in my opinion. I'm curious if you think that that's just complete bullshit that I'm saying this, but well, I haven't said what it is.
Okay.
It's where the famous character Konzo, who is alive, is like trying to like calm the kid down, and he's like, "Don't worry, you're gonna be okay. But we're surrounded by hand mines. Have you ever seen a hand mine?" And the kid's like, "Uh-huh." And he goes, "Where did you see one?" And the kid's like, pan down to a hand grabbing Konzo's leg.
Oh, that doesn't make any fucking sense. That he wouldn't say, like, have you ever seen one before? Yes, right 0 seconds ago. Also, I'm gonna call you out because I have been thriving and living and loving and laughing every day because House of the Dragon Season 2 has been premiering. It premiered 2 weeks ago. Last episode was one of the best episodes I've ever seen. I'm so happy. I love it. Matt Smith is there. He's being a real shithead on the show. We all love it. And I don't appreciate being pulled into this space on a show that I already hate doing, about a TV show that I already hate watching.
How is this my fault?
And then you start talking to me about fucking Game of Thrones and making me think about the bad version. No. Ryan Condal is giving us a good TV show, and all you're doing is being stuck in the past and making me confront the bad TV show.
I'm stuck in the past. You wanted to do a Doctor Who podcast.
They did say "Where are we? When are we?" this week.
That was good. I don't remember that, but it definitely happened. So the anyway, doctor shows up to dies. He gets dragged into the ground. Yeah,
and the boy is very scared, and doctor shows up and he gives him his sonic screwdriver, and he says this cool epic line about a 1 in 1,000 chance of surviving. Focus on the one. Nothing's
just to place
impossible.
us in the famous timeline that matters and is easy to follow and matters.
Yeah, for real.
The Doctor reunited with Clara in Last Christmas, and that was like their first adventure together, I think, since Danny died, I'm pretty sure.
Remember when David Tennant quit having companions and he just kind of was like going around sucking and fucking or whatever, and he like got Queen Elizabeth pregnant or something?
Yeah, so Dr. 12 is here, and he's literally just vibing. He's just going wherever, and he's doing his own
sexual adventure,
Yeah, no.
Why not?
You're saying that he's on a sexual adventure when the only part of that adventure that we've seen is him finding a child.
I'm just saying that whenever the Doctor goes off alone, we learn from experience, whenever he goes off alone, he always has these, like, lewd adventures that we don't see or hear about.
The 10th Doctor has lewd adventures.
I think the 11th Doctor also had lewd adventures, because he talked about, like, a bisexual
Okay, but now he's old and he doesn't fuck anymore.
Okay. Is it illegal for an older man to have sexuality, Sam? So he tells the little boy, who is a good normal child who's never done anything bad in his life, that he's going to save his life. And then he says, "What's your name, kid?" And then he says, "My name is Adolf Hitler," basically. Because the moral quandary of this episode is genuinely, would you kill baby
This is
Hitler?
Davros.
This is Davros. And when the episode cut away to the theme song, I was like, is it that Davros, or is it just like number one common baby name in the year 5
Yeah,
Apple
this
7G?
is just some kid named Davros. The Doctor just like pulls out a gun and shoots him in the head.
Oh my god.
Just in case.
I know.
Yeah, I will say I had never imagined that Davros, the nasty blob that's like a slimy, sloppy face in a Dalek body, was ever just like
a little normal boy,
just a human child.
I never imagined that before the Daleks, when they were the Kaleds or whatever on the planet of Skaro or whatever, were fighting in the Stupid War with silly zany weapons. I just didn't visualize that the silly war was gonna give way to the robot bodies.
Well, you should have.
There were dudes with bows and arrows in the like shitty bows, not like future bows and arrows. They had like normal ass bows and arrows, like from TV, and fighting biplanes. And then you're telling me that after the Doctor saved child Hitler, he went off and he was like, "I'll make robot bodies for us all."
Now hold on, because I think you'll find that the Doctor did not save
child Hitler.
The Doctor is just like, "What's your name?" And the kid says Davros, and the Doctor's just like, "Bye."
After the theme song, we begin what is somewhere in the ballpark of the next 5 to 25 minutes of the episode, which is where a snake man roller skates around the galaxy asking people where the Doctor is.
I don't know why you keep saying roller skate.
He's gliding. He's sliding.
Was Sarf the slider?
He's sliding.
Does Sarf get our Slider of the Week award?
He was sliding all over. Because he's a snake. So he's like sliding and slithering. But it looked to me like, because he's a bipedal man under there, that it just looked like he was rollerblading, which is like good for him.
For anyone who is not familiar with the famous character of Colony Sarf,
everyone's favorite Doctor Who character,
Colony Sarf is a pile of snakes shaped like a person.
I was so underwhelmed by this. What are you doing, Steven?
It looks like we're looking at a person with like lines across their face, but that's actually just the coiling snakes that make up the face.
Yeah, I didn't really get that for a while, even after he turned into snakes.
I say?
Yeah, for sure.
I liked it.
You liked the Snake Man?
I liked it. We get a literal Star Wars cantina scene
it was in the bar.
This episode is so stupid because we cut to some kind of space station and
was Alonso there?
It's like there's like a title card that's like the Maldivarium. We don't need to know what this fucking place
is gonna come, but this is definitely coming up later. For sure, for sure.
Well, anyway.
Did you notice that there were Ood here, though, drinking their little Ood
Yeah,
drinks?
there was an Ood slurping spaghetti. Oh, wait, that was its face. But anyway, so Sarf walks into the Mos Eisley Cantina, and the camera is, like, cutting between all these Doctor Who aliens. I really liked the one... Oh, I wish I could describe it. It was like a 3-headed alien, but the heads were really weird. Take that as you will. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to imagine it. That's crazy.
I wish I could remember what was weird about it.
So crazy. Oh my god.
I wish I could remember what was interesting about it. Wow. Actually sucks. Anyway, Sarf walks in and just says, "We are Colony Sarf. We bring harm." And no one really reacts.
That was so... Steven!
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't
so
just
Sarf is asking where the Doctor is. Nobody responds or reacts in any way.
Well, yeah, because they're in a Star Wars cantina. This is like the 6th Colony Sarf type guy that has walked in today.
Anyway, we Star Wars wipe to a new location called the Shadow Proclamation. This must be a thing from another episode, because there's a woman here called the Shadow Architect, and is like ordering someone, like, we need to deal with these suicide moons. I don't know if any of this is anything.
Words. He just loves words.
It's a show of words.
It's a show of words. You just put words together and then they sound clever. Ding. And then he says that the Doctor is... Sarf says this, Snake Man.
Yeah, Sarf is here.
The Doctor is required. And we find out that he works for Davros.
Yeah.
The child that we saw earlier, not the Dalek guy.
Yeah, and the architect knows Sarf, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know who the architect is. I don't know what any of this means.
These people are, and I honestly could not care less about them. And then we go
wipe
Star Wars
Karn.
Wipe to Karn.
Everyone remember Karn?
This will come back in the next, later in the season. They'll have to remember that Karn exists.
Oh yeah, wasn't Ohila in?
Ohila's in Hellbent. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. That's what I was saying when I got distracted by talking about eating cereal. Is that this is all leading up to the Doctor being sealed away in the confession dial for 100 billion
I was trying to remember
years.
If the confession dial that we see in this episode was his prison.
We learn later that that's like the will of the Time Lord from the Master, and then also I guess it's a jail that you go into for 1 billion years.
It can do anything. So this is one of my favorite parts of the very good episode. That
it's a good episode.
Know what to think of it, because. Again, all the Sisters of Karn are standing 50 feet apart in a semicircle holding torches and staring directly ahead and saying nothing.
Is this what they do for fun?
This is a wild Saturday night on Karn. And Sarf is like, "Where is the Doctor?" And Ohila says, and again, this is fucking Steven likes to write, "The Doctor's right behind you, as he always is. So tread carefully, or he'll be the last thing you ever find."
Oh my god. And when you find him, do you know the first thing you'll notice about him?
He's unarmed. But she says the Doctor is right behind you, as he always is. And we're like, it's a stupid metaphor that doesn't mean anything. When Sarf leaves at the end of this scene, the Doctor is literally hiding behind a rock.
He was crouching behind a rock. What a fucking joke. That was the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life.
So Sarf says, "The Dark Lord of Skaro, Davros, is dying." And Ohila says, "That's good.
Yeah.
He's a nasty old bitch who exploded in my favorite episode."
I know. I'm amazed.
Why is he even still alive?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm amazed that he's still around.
This is where Sarf starts wiggling, and Ohila's like, "You have no power here."
You ever see a cat do that? You ever see a cat wiggle? Because he's about to pounce on you, yeah.
Sarf has silly eyes.
Worst quality, his wiggles. And then we see Davros looking like a frog, looking like a shitty frog.
Oh, but Sarf delivers a message for them to give to the Doctor, and then the Doctor turns out to be literally hiding behind her. Sorry, I don't want to move on from this scene yet, because Sarf is like, "Okay, well, tell the Doctor this. Davros knows, Davros remembers, he must face Davros one last time." So the implication of this is that Davros, at some point in the chronology of Doctor Who, realized that the Time Lord that he kept encountering was the same one who abandoned him in his time of need as a child.
Is that why he's evil?
I just like the idea that Davros is like, now that you've gotten to the point in your life where you know you did that, Now I'm going to send my snakes out to yell at you.
He's been waiting to make sure whether or not the doctor turned into an old man. An old Scottish man.
Every time Davros encounters different versions of the doctor,
like, are you old and Scottish yet?
Any do you think any memories associated with me, Davros? And the doctor's like, I don't know what you're getting at.
I remember Davros. I remember that you're a fucking asshole. Leela,
and then
him.
Sarf leaves, and Ohila is like, what did you do this time? And then we just cut to the doctor hiding behind a rock, looking horrified.
Did you kill baby Hitler?
No. Well, why not?
We learned that the doctor didn't kill Hitler. He protected Hitler. That's not true. Rory protected her.
I'm still not entirely clear what happened in Let's Kill Hitler and why they didn't. Anyway, Davros is sitting in his dying chair, and he's like...
What is he dying of, do you think?
Old. Look at him.
But he was always looked like that. This is not a new look for him.
Yeah, but he's even older now than he was last time.
But you can be so old if you're Davros.
Yeah, this is how old he can be, and no older.
How long has he been around? Because they can, time travel, I think, so it's really hard to tell. What if he's only, 94?
I do want to say...
an incredibly eventful life.
I think that we've only encountered Davros once before, am I right?
We saw him in the best episode.
It was in Remembrance of the Daleks on patreon.com/pottingbros, which I think is the only time we've seen him.
He almost got exploded to death, but he managed to get out of it.
I did like that his nasty 1980s face.
God, that face
this does nasty. Look like... this is the same character, which I appreciate.
Yeah, it's the same guy. This is what he looks like.
They didn't be like, we're going to come up with a new fuckable Davros.
Oh my god, yeah, like with the Ice Warrior, he's going to...
Yeah, the hot guy in the Dalek.
Well, you haven't seen part 2 where time shenanigans makes him young and fuckable, and he's got...
Where he takes off his mask.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool, and he's hot under there.
Did you really think that these prosthetics were real?
He's got a real Chad chin now.
I'm gonna fuck you, Doctor.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I just think Davros is not hot enough on Doctor Who.
Anyway, Sarf slithers in and says, I can't find the Doctor. And Davros says, go try to kill his friends. That always works. Also, Davros is holding the screwdriver.
Yeah, he's still got the screwdriver. And is that what Peter Capaldi's screwdriver looked like? I thought that was Matt Smith's screwdriver.
Well, wasn't there a thing? I can't remember what episode it was. Wasn't there a thing where the Doctor is like, all right, I've got my screwdriver back, and slots it into the TARDIS?
I don't know.
I can't remember what episode that was.
I don't know anything that happens ever in my life.
I think that this is maybe the end of that screwdriver, and now he'll have a new one. I don't know. Because he had the sonic sunglasses for a while.
He did get the cool sunglasses.
I can't rember the timeline here for some reason.
Yeah, what is it about our show that makes that a problem for you?
We cut to Clara at school.
Oh my god, this scene got me.
She lectures the kids that Jane Austen has a huge dump truck ass and is really good at kissing.
They made out before.
So I guess we'll see an episode where Clara fucks Jane Austen.
Steven really wanted to make sure it's just, dare I say something for the fellas? He's just like, don't worry, they kissed before and you'll get to see. You already did see it.
What was up with that?
Also, just
so people know what actually is said here. She's lecturing the students, and lest we forget, these are 13-year-olds?
Yeah, these are 6th graders or something.
And she's like, Jane Austen, amazing writer, brilliant comic observer, and strictly amongst ourselves, a phenomenal kisser.
No, I mean,
why would you say that?
Yeah, why would you say that to your students? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with a kissing. I'm not anti-kissing. It's a very strange thing to say to your children, because why would you say that?
How are they supposed to take that?
How is she supposed to, do they know she's a time traveler? Because
Miss
she does.
Oswald
kissed
fucked Jane Austen. Is this going to be on the test?
Underlined 3 times. Jane Austen is really good at fucking, sucking, or kissing. All of the above.
It's got a list of authors and a list of sex acts, and it's connect each author to the thing that they were best at.
Oh god, are we gonna see an episode where Doctor Who and Clara go back in time to Jane Austen's life, and then Clara's like, what if there were women and they had to get married? And then Jane Austen's like, I've never thought about that, and then they make out.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, Clara looks out the window and sees a plane in the sky, which is normal, except that it's not moving, which is not normal.
This was another thing that this barely matters, the whole planes aren't moving thing, but it felt so much like Steven was like, this was an idea I had and I wanted to put it in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad, like, premise for a Doctor Who episode.
But it's not,
I just feel like it was kind of wasted here.
The thing is about it is that it's not the premise for a Doctor Who episode. It's the premise for about 5 to 10 minutes of a Doctor Who episode. Yeah. And then Clara sees the plane, and then she's
like, all right, everyone, we're going to be the first ones to go viral about this.
Yeah, she tells the kids to go on Twitter and check the hashtags. And she says hashtag planes not moving, which I just love.
No, she says hashtag planes have stopped.
This person is like, wow, I'm seeing something that's just like completely fucking my brain up. Hashtag planes have stopped.
Hashtag weird day. Hashtag mind blown.
I want to see this in the blue check era of Twitter. Give me a spicy epic meme about the planes have stopped, kids. Can we find any epic memes about this?
We get a news montage about how planes have stopped. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Clara at this point. I mean, isn't that just the theme of this podcast?
She goes like full Decker mode in this scene. One unit calls her.
Yeah, because another teacher is like, Clara, someone's on the phone for you. They said they wanted to put you through to the Prime Minister. And Clara's like, that'll be unit. Mr. Dunlop, I'm gonna have to take the rest of the day off.
I've gotta go get an eye in the sky so I can get a look at this island. What is she like?
I mean, literally, there is now like a Clara riding her motorcycle montage.
No,
this is literally Decker shit.
I don't like to be like this, but this is not the Clara that we know and love. This is weird secret agent Clara. And like last episode we saw her and she was just like living at home celebrating Christmas without Danny Pink because he exploded or something. Or maybe the Doctor just pushed him over.
Well, come to think of it, none of this is actually happening. This is all a headcrab.
Right, they're all in a dream, so actually that makes a lot of sense. So
yeah, so actually nothing that happens. I don't think there's any point talking about it because none of it happens.
Right, we can just stop the episode now, I think.
But to illustrate just the extent of Clara being epic, she walks into Unit HQ, and Kate Lethbridge-Stewart is there, and she's like, I'm gonna have to call you back, Mr. President. And she, like, runs over to Clara, and she's like, Clara, what do you think?
I can't do it. I hate when that happens.
Clara is, like, in control. She's like, 4,000 planes in the sky? Think about all that fuel. We should be treating these all as potential bombs. But why would they... What are they targeting?
What are they targeting? What is the Taliban targeting?
Which is funny because it turns out that none of this is actually anything.
None of it matters. None of it is relevant to the episode.
We get our first fuck Peter Capaldi moment of the episode when Kate is like, we need the Doctor. And Clara says, nah, he'd just go all Scottish on us.
Fuck Scottish people, right? Am I right? Can't even understand them. And he's so old. He's gonna die very soon.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in the episode...
Clara flexes her brain muscles really hard and is like, whoever's doing this is trying to get our attention.
Dang. And then, for the, Mickey, you're so fine fans.
I was so sad.
I was so sad that it wasn't Mickey.
Because, yeah, they're like, we're getting a text on the Doctor's secret unit channel that he never uses. And Clara's like, well, it can't be him. He doesn't text. And then the message appears on screen, you so fine, you blow my mind. And I was like, oh, Mickey?
Hey, Missy.
And then it says, hey, Missy, you're... Yeah, and I was like, no.
Mickey's like, I got out of the alternate... I escaped the Omegaverse.
Yeah, I guess whatever happened that Danny died of, the viewer was also led to believe that Missy died, but she hasn't become the Voltigar yet from season 10.
Right, because Missy became St. Peter or something, and then... Was that before or after they learned about the true meaning of Christmas by having?
I have no idea what you're saying. Missy became Saint Peter.
Yeah,
when she was literally God.
When she became God. Yeah, that was
like 5 episodes ago.
That was okay. So that was before they learned the true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. Danny,
did you like the Spy Kids moment here?
Oh, no.
When Missy's head appears on the screen and is then like, I'm gonna talk to you out of the screen. Boing, and her head sticks out of the computer and becomes giant.
Did you have your 3D glasses on for that? Because it looked great when you
Whoa!
This part was okay. So this is pre-Voltigar, right?
Yes, I wrote in my notes here. In Series 8, we saw her in The Caretaker, where she was running heaven. And we saw her in The Forest of the Night, where she was, like, watching the fate of Earth on a computer monitor. So she's a mysterious antagonist in Series 8, and you probably don't know that she's the Master yet.
Now we know she's the Master, and then at some point...
And then in Series 10, when Bill is around, she will be reincarnated as the Voltigar.
That's her new identity.
Yeah.
I feel like we really got to the bottom of that mystery, but sure, we can obfuscate if you want. And then this was such a Steven line to me, because he loves to be, like, zany, but also epic, where we learn that this is, like, she's trying to get in contact with them, and she says, I'm here drinking coffee. I need 8 snipers, 3 for her heart, and 2 for my brainstem. And you're gonna have to kill me really fast or I'll regenerate.
Better kill me in 8 shots.
The fact that she's like, I'm having coffee, and bring snipers, is so Steven to me. That's so Steven.
It's very Steven, and they're like, why do you want snipers to be pointed gun at you? And she's like, because that's the only way Clara would agree to meet with me.
I mean, the thing is that the snipers really didn't help at all.
No, she kills like 4 people.
Well, the thing is that Clara's life is clearly much more valuable than these other people's lives, even though at one point, we'll get to it in a moment, but Missy's like, he has 100 kids and 100 wives and husbands.
That's right. That again,
that was
extremely
so
Game of Thrones moment. She like murders someone and it's like, that guy was a dad.
Oh, for real? I thought that was so Steven to me. Okay, so Clara
you know what it reminded me of? The thing that made me think of Game of Thrones was the very late Game of Thrones thing where characters who are not like core cast will be killed and it doesn't matter at all.
Right.
Later
Game of Thrones characters who don't matter, and they die.
I'm thinking specifically of the like season 8 episode where the little boy of John Umber explodes with White Walkers and is dead, and House Umber stops existing. At the end of the episode, they're just like, well, nothing in particular happened this week, but maybe next week.
Yeah, Lyanna Mormont also exploded. That was fun. They love to kill children in those episodes, and then
but they're not main characters, so it doesn't matter. Anyway,
okay, so they go to like I don't know, Italy. I don't know where they are.
This was confusing because Missy. It's confusing only because of the fact that Missy is like, I'm here on Earth, somewhere warm. I don't know.
You gonna tell us?
And then Clara is here. It's like, how did they... Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't care where she is. It's just weird. Yeah, it's not confusing. It's confusing that they did it that way.
Right. It's weird that they, like, Steven just didn't want to write a place for her to be in, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, so Clara sits down with Missy. Missy's being twisted. Hey, is your boyfriend still dead? Haha. Ha. She's like, oh, let me get you some shade. And she like moves one of the planes directly overhead. It turns out she's the one who stopped the planes with a time whatever.
So crazy. She's so fucking twisted. It's insane. You know what she is, Sam?
She's an absolute psychopath.
She's an absolute psychopath. She knows, she's consciously aware that she's evil.
What is it? She knows what she's doing?
She's a nut job. She knows exactly what she's doing.
I still don't know. What is that? You say that all the time.
It's an interview that Steven had when he was talking about Moriarty on Sherlock. He says he's a fucking sicko, he's a nut job, and also he's a genius, and he knows exactly what he's a calculation master. What fucking make your mind up, Steven?
So, okay, let's just get to the point. Missy is here because she received a confession dial, which she refers to as the Time Lord version of a will. This, I guess, is the thing that he will go into stasis for 3 billion years later.
Can I ask a very important question? This will have to be... I'm sure that our lovely listeners are going to be mad at us because we don't know the things we don't know. Who gave Missy the confession? Did, she get it in the mail?
I think she got it in the mail.
Because the Time Lords are at the end of Forever with Lady Me. She's also there. They're at the end of the universe. That's, where they are. And I don't really understand if they're... I mean, maybe they're dispatching birds. I'm still unsure. We'll learn when we get there.
They sent a raven.
They sent a raven. Yeah, how did
you kill Clara?
Yeah. Where, when, and how did Missy get the confession dial? Will we ever see this? When she's like gets fired from her job as God or whatever happens in that episode, does President Rassilon give her the confession dial and say, hey, this is for the doctor?
I don't know. It's Time Lord stuff. Anyway,
yeah.
So she says that when a Time Lord is going to die, the confession dial is delivered to his closest friend the day before he dies. So that's suggesting that through whatever means that I don't really care about, the doctor has sent Missy a confession dial.
I know how she got it. Rassilon just pulled up a hologram of Earth wherever Missy was, and then he just put the fucking dial in there, and it fell from the sky. We've already done this. It was your favorite thing in the world.
I did like, what's her, Michelle Gomez, is that the actress who plays Missy?
She's fine, but I
don't like the character most of the time, but I do think that she plays this annoying character pretty well, and there's a moment here that I did like, where Missy's like, the confession dial is delivered to a Time Lord's closest friend on the eve of his final day, and Clara's like, oh, okay. So she reaches out to take it, and it like electrocutes her, and Missy looks at her like,
I'm the doctor's best friend.
What are you doing?
This is that whole relationship we love to gesture towards, but rarely ever actually explore. The doctor and the master, like
maybe someday.
Yeah, but maybe someday we'll get characterization from this character instead of her just showing up and being sick.
Can I just say, Missy is like, how do I put this? And she points out this old couple walking their dog, and she's like, you're the dog in this relationship.
No, because Clara's the TARDIS. We know this already.
Right, but Missy doesn't know that yet. She will.
She'll learn one day.
But I'm just hung up on the fact that Unit, didn't, cordon off this area or anything.
Well, there's 9...
some people walking their dog.
There's 9 snipers.
There are snipers
also
pointed at Missy, and there's just this old couple walking.
Nobody cares about the airplanes frozen overhead. Steven
just another day on Dr. Earth.
Steven is allergic to people caring about the weird shit that he writes in his episodes.
Because then the things that happen would have to mean something.
Remember in your favorite episode, Voyage of the Damned, when Wilf shows up for his first on-screen appearance, and he says, every Christmas everyone flees London because Christmas is traditionally a time where scary things happen to London?
Uh-huh.
Now people are walking their dog when all the planes in the world are just right there.
Right. I mean, they're just like, I can't go into hiding every time the planes freeze in the sky. I'll never get anything done.
I just got over the fact that the whole world became trees for a couple hours. And I just want to walk my fucking dog.
I gotta walk my dog before it becomes trees again.
Trees again?
So, Clara is like, are you telling me that you are the doctor's friend? Since when? And Missy says, get ready.
Uh-oh.
Since the Cloister Wars. Since he stole the moon
and
the president's wife.
Yeah.
Since he was a little girl. Which of those was a lie?
Holy shit. Also, that contradicts... I mean, I guess she's just not giving the full picture, but we literally knew they were friends. It's weird that she didn't bring that up. It's weird that she didn't mention running through the hills of on the purple grass on the planet of Gallifrey.
On Karn. She says, you would never understand the complexity of Time Lord friendship. We're always trying to kill each other. We're
on that Homestuck shit, We're doing that Homestuck shit.
This hurts me as much as it hurts you when I bring up Game of Thrones, but it's okay when I do it.
But it's okay when I do it because I'm right about the nature of their relationship being that Homestuck shit. You know the shit I'm talking about. You know that.
I know.
That Homestuck shit.
Yeah, I don't understand it or want to talk about it, but yeah.
I'm sure our listeners out there are just nodding along. Yes, this is that Homestuck shit that I know so much about.
Yeah. What do you think of this premise that the Doctor and the Master constantly trying to kill each other is just one of those quirks of Time Lord friendship?
I don't think that at all, because we've seen the Doctor travel with another Time Lord, and there was no point during that episode where he tried to kill her.
Yeah, I think the Master is just being I think the Master is being twisted.
Now. She knows what she's doing.
But she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember Clara is the City of
okay,
Death.
So you expect me to believe you've turned good? And Missy says, no. And just starts murdering people.
The fucking op sound effect from Counter-Strike just blasting left, right, and center. And then every time she kills someone, she's like, he just graduated from retirement. He has 10 kids and 10 husbands, and he's dead now. And also, by the way, when this happens and she starts fucking blasting and killing and laughing and she's a nut job and just psychopath, Kate Lethbridge Stewart is like, you just need to snipers, don't kill her. Just accept these losses. We have to eat these losses.
Yeah. They're like, hold.
Stop.
Hold.
Let him die. Let him die.
You know what should have happened here?
Not that.
The moment that she killed somebody, they should have shot her 8 times at once, and then the master is played by another actor for the rest of this story.
It's my favorite idea is that the doctor, I mean, this is the other thing is that this is post the Time Lords opening up a big cloud in the sky and giving the doctor as many lives as he wants, infinite life mode. And I guess at some point the master also got infinite lives. I mean, the Master's always been getting infinite lives. In the movie, they said the Master's definitely dead for real, for good, and then they came back off screen.
Yeah, what else is new? Unit is unbelievely incompetent. Like, what do you do? What do you do?
They protect the world from... I mean, they really... This is like... There are probably people out there, they're like right-wingers in the UK that are like... Remember when we had the Torchwood Institute that was like... They were like blasting things out of the sky with big lasers, not these fucking woke unit idiots. Well, Torchwood did become woke because they all became bisexual in a TV show that we haven't seen yet. I'm really curious about it.
Anyway.
I want to know what happened.
So, Clara says, if you want me... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me back up real quick. Missy is like, I'm gonna kill everybody here if you don't say something nice to me. And Clara's like, no.
Oh my god.
I can kill everyone here. I don't give a shit.
I liked when Missy was in the Voltigar. She was much more intense.
She was. I don't
like when she's a sick.
She is the Voltigar as the Doctor is the hybrid.
She's not the Voltigar.
She is the Voltigar. That is her title.
The Voltigar is her house. That's where she lives. She lives in the
she is the Voltigar. She is the Voltigar. She lives in the vault.
Just the Doctor, because the Doctor has a Voltigar.
Yeah, named Missy.
So he owns her.
I've got a Voltigar to deal with back at home. Anyway.
So it's time to get the hybrid back together. They're gonna figure out where the Doctor is because he's clearly dying or something, and what does he do when he's gonna die? He's gonna go on a big party.
Yeah, I didn't get this, by the way, that Missy is like trying to make a point about how she has this like incredibly deep and complex relationship with the Doctor that Clara could never understand. And then
she's like, can you help me find the Doctor?
But she needs Clara's help to find out what the Doctor would do when he's gonna die.
Does Missy have... This is another question, and I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, all of our listeners who are fucking white-knuckle grabbing their chairs right now because they're so mad at me for not knowing all the details. Does Missy still have her famous pillar, her famous TARDIS that, like, is all the... Like, how is she getting around?
Chronologically, the last time that we saw... Missy's TARDIS.
Let me rephrase that because I know that our very nice, friendly listeners who love our opinions are screaming they use a vortex manipulator in this episode.
Chameleon circuit. Sorry.
Vortex manipulator.
I thought you were talking about how the TARDIS has taken various
She does
forms.
have a vortex manipulator.
Because lest we forget, it was also an Iron Maiden in the King's Demons.
It's been a lot of things, but she doesn't have it anymore. She has the nasty time travel that seems to work.
I don't think we know
the
fate of the Master's TARDIS.
It seems to work just as well as the TARDIS does, but whenever anyone uses it, they go, ugh.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so Missy is like, where would the Doctor go if he had one night left to live? Obviously Earth, but where and when are we? This is so stupid because Kate Lethbridge Stewart starts Googling blue box and Doctor.
This has happened before in like the good seasons where there was like stained glass window with... I think this is in one of the good seasons.
Right, but it's the idea...
But the idea that you can just
need to find where the Doctor is, quote unquote, right now in the runtime of this episode.
Because, let's be real, the Doctor is, like, everywhere in history at the same time.
Right. Aren't they going to be like, blue box, Doctor, got it, and then they go to Google, Tooth and Claw, and
they
like,
go to Google,
not this
and
one.
It's like, blue box cited at Masterfield School for teaching boys to shoot guns and cry. And
so
then,
Clara has an idea, though.
Yeah.
Because she's like, the doctor is going to want to go somewhere fun for his last day. So she, like, calls Kate and is like, Google everywhere that the doctor has ever been, but filter out places where something bad was happening.
Oh, and then it just filters out the entire planet Earth. It just grays the whole
they click
place
the
out.
nothing bad button, and it shows, okay, he has only ever been one place and time ever on Earth where nothing bad was happening, and it was 1138, what is now Essex.
He went to a medieval times.
He did go to medieval times.
He made medieval times. He's a fucking freak, this guy. This is like, I'm so mad at him for doing this, because he's always like, Clara, you gotta be good. You gotta be a good guy. Yeah, I know, right? I've been working on it. No, I haven't. And then he's like, I guess I'm dying. Guess I'll fuck everything up for fun.
Yeah, so they go to this, like, it's in medieval times.
It is literally looks exactly like, I mean, I've never been in a medieval times, but it looks exactly like I feel like a medieval times looks.
The thing is, it's like some kind of arena.
It's like Shakespeare's Globe. And
but
then
it looks like it's made of construction paper.
It looks like it's set for a TV show, and all the people are in Renaissance fair costumes saying huzzah. Yeah. And then the doctor they're like, where is the doctor? Well, he could be anywhere. And then
we need to look for even the slightest, tiniest anachronism.
He fucking rolls out on a tank playing his electric guitar.
This is apparently the first appearance of 12th Doctor's electric guitar.
Is it? Does Peter Capaldi play guitar in real life, or were they just trying to rebrand the Doctor for a youthful generation?
He does. This is him actually playing. He was apparently in a punk band in the 80s with Craig Ferguson.
He's really good at guitar, if that was him playing.
Dream Boys, I think, is what
That's pretty funny. They were like, nobody is relating to this Doctor because he's too old to be hot, so we need to figure out a way to make the kids like him. The way that we'll do that is by making him play electric guitar. And you know what? It worked. It was great. And then he played Clara's theme song. And
no, he didn't. So
he literally did.
He's playing. Oh, not in this episode.
No. I'm saying later. Okay.
Yeah. The crowd goes wild. And his opponent, who we will find out is named Bors, and we'll find out also that Bors is a Dalek. Yeah. Sorry for spoiling that. Is like, what the hell is that thing? And the Doctor's like, you said you wanted an axe fight.
The show is fucking crazy. Steven should not be allowed to have even a typewriter at home.
So you don't like this?
I think this entire section is insane, and I didn't care for it.
I like the idea that the Doctor, while he's like running from his fate that he doesn't want to live out, is like, I'm just gonna fuck shit up. I don't know. I thought that was funny.
I'm confused because did we miss something in the Christmas? Did Santa like tell the Doctor he was gonna die, or is this just a development that happened off screen? Really serious question. I think
that what is happening here is that the Doctor met Davros, left him for dead, realized that
and then he's like, okay.
His nemesis Davros could have maybe been not evil if he had done something differently. And now he's probably thinking, Davros might know that I'm the guy who left him for dead. And then he confirms that when he's hiding behind a rock on Karn. So now he's just like, well, I'm fucked.
Guess I'm just gonna fuck everything up.
Yep. So yeah, he's in 1138. He's playing guitar.
He does this whole speech about all the things he's done at 1138. He built a well with a child-free visitor center. Sorry, an r/child-free. He built a well with a child-friendly visitor center.
He also makes a joke here where he's like, "What do you think of my tank? I bought it for my fish." And everyone's like, "What?" Then he sees Clara watching, and he starts playing Pretty Woman because
Clara's a pretty woman. I thought we were done with this. I thought this died with Matt Smith in real life.
Other things that we learned that the Doctor has taught this audience of people in 1138. He taught them like advanced mathematics, which I would love to see how that fit into this whole series of like arena fights. He's like, all right, and now he mentions that he like defeated Bors in a sword fight with a daffodil, haha. But then he was like, all right, everyone, now get out your pen and paper.
I'm surprised the restraint Steven showed that didn't get out his iconic spoon. We literally called back to the spoon in fucking Hellbent.
Yeah. He also taught them the word dude, and everyone's saying dude.
Oh my god, that was really zany.
He brings Clara and Missy out, and Clara says something about, like, oh, I know that you're dying. And he, like, hugs her, and she's like, that's not like you.
You hate
He says that he's like, he knows he's gonna die, so he's having, like, a send-off for himself. He says that he spent yesterday in a bow tie and the day before in a long scarf.
He's referencing. He didn't say, I'm so sad he didn't say he put on a funny question mark coat. He didn't say he dressed up like Willy Wonka and karate chopped
We do
people to
hear
death.
Silly McCoy's voice in this episode.
We do hear Silly McCoy, but we don't hear the one that we've never seen who karate chops people to death while dressed as well.
We actually did hear the Sixth Doctor.
Oh, well, joke's on me, I guess.
I only know that because the subtitles told me.
And then Missy, when Missy shows up, he's like, his forearm. That was very like right. Peter. No, it wasn't.
It was all right. So Boars the axe guy starts choking, and the doctor says, snaked. "Oh, is it a marble again?" Which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
he's been feeding them marbles.
He's been killing them with marbles.
Shout out, everyone!
The doctor's an absolute
but Boars
psychopath.
works up a snake because it turns out that Sarf is here, and
How did
Sarf
he get
unspools into
here?
snakes. Everyone runs away screaming.
You know how this is also like Game of Thrones? Is that you can go anywhere and whenever you want, anyway. How is he getting around? Does he have a vortex manipulator? Does he have a TARDIS?
Sarf is working for the Daleks, so Sarf has a Science Center plasma globe.
Oh my god, I forgot about that fucking plasma. I guess that's true. The Daleks can travel through time, I think.
In many ways, this episode is the sequel to Remembrance of the Daleks that we never wanted and shouldn't have.
Don't you fucking say that to me. How dare you? How fucking dare you? So, Scarf comes in.
Oh, it's me, Snarf!
Hey, I'm Snarf. Nice to meet you.
Lionel, what are we gonna do about Davros?
So, what's his name?
Do you know
Sneef?
Thundercats? Are you too young to know what Thundercats is?
I know that Snarf is from Thundercats, but I've never
good.
seen it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
So Sarf comes in, Seif the Scaleless comes in, and he's wiggling around, and this is the part where he's he's got lines on his face, and then they all start twisting around like a Rubik's Cube, but only horizontally, and then he's just a guy made of a bunch of snakes.
Blah, blah.
No,
the doctor says...
Sorry, he's not a guy made of a bunch of snakes. He's a big snake that's also little snakes.
Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Sarf says Davros remembers and tosses the screwdriver to the doctor, and the doctor makes a face, and Missy says, "What's that face?" And Clara says, "That's shame." And the doctor agrees to go with Sarf as long as nobody is harmed.
Is it possible that the doctor is not guilty that he left a boy to die? It's that he's guilty that he didn't finish the job.
I think that is actually intentionally ambiguous, yes.
Uh-huh.
So, he gets hand snaked. They wrap some snakes around his wrists.
Don't want to be morbid. I feel like if I was hand snaked, I could probably get the snake off of me. By just like...
I mean, later Missy literally is just like, snap.
Yeah, they're not... They're literally like moral handcuffs. It's literally... You can get out of them, but it requires you to kill an animal with your bare hands. Do you have what it takes to do that? I don't.
Missy's like, the only thing I wish was that there were more snakes for me to kill. I wish the snake was a kid.
I wish the snake was... I wish its mother was watching.
So anyway, Clara and Missy insist on going with the doctor. This is the payoff, okay? Because earlier Sarf was wiggling on Karn, and they said you can't wiggle on Karn. It doesn't do anything. So now we find out what happens when Sarf wiggles, which is nothing.
Nothing?
The doctor's like, "What are you wiggling for?" And Sarf is like, "We are voting. And it is agreed."
Oh, so Karn is not a democracy? You can't vote on Karn?
You can't vote on Karn.
Snakes have no suffrage on Karn?
No. So anyway, they all get teleported away. And then Boars is like, who? And Boars sneaks downstairs and starts rooting around through the doctor's stuff and finds the TARDIS, and then looks at the camera, and an eye antenna is sticking out of his forehead, and he says, "We have found the TARDIS." Because Boars was a Dalek the whole time. We saw the
Daleks do this in the planet called Christmas, or whatever that one was called. I think it was when the Daleks were doing that.
I remembered seeing this happened with Daleks disguised as people. I couldn't remember when.
Is there a little green guy inside of him? Or
it's just instead of a Dalek robot body, it's a human robot body.
Nice. I would
nice.
I would simply duck, and it would be okay.
Can I just say
no?
Having seen Doctor Who, specifically Remembrance of the Daleks. Sorry to keep bringing it up.
The best episode.
The idea that throughout human history, because this is 1138, there just happens to be a Dalek here that encountered the Doctor. The idea that there are Daleks all over Earth throughout history disguised as people is, like, conceptually scary, I guess, but also really just really stupid, and it's just not true.
The really funny thing is I've never encountered a Dalek in my life, but also, if the Daleks...
Are you sure about that?
Oh my god.
They're on the Sarf shuttle. I don't know where they are. The Doctor explains to the others that Davros was a little boy who fought... Or no, he didn't fight. He lived through a war that was fought for so long that no one could remember why they were fighting with bows and laser biplanes.
For real. So cool.
And he made the Daleks, and he used to be a little boy.
And now he's a man.
Now he's an old guy.
He once was a boy.
And somebody just says, in a really makes you think kind of way, someone just goes, "Who made Davros?"
Oh my god, his mommy and daddy, obviously.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, they find a floating craft of some kind. The Doctor guesses that it's a hospital. They
Dr.
are
Marius
taken
on
to
there with K9.
They're in like a cell, and Missy is like singing and hopping around twistedly.
She's being crazy.
And I don't want to talk about any of this.
You want to go home. You are home. You want to turn the episode off.
Yeah, I want to turn the episode off. It's a show of words, and the words aren't good, so what's the point?
Yeah, there's no deeds in this, only words.
Clara is like, when did you send... Or, no, let me back up.
You got this, I believe in you.
Clara's issue with the Doctor is, last time we saw Missy, we thought that she was dead. But then you sent her the confession dial, so did you know that she was alive? And he says, yes. Yeah. And she says, okay, you lied. You have to make it up to me by coming back to Earth. And he's like, well, bye. He leaves with Sarf, and on the way out, he's like, Missy, the gravity. And she says, I know.
Do you mean...
And she starts dancing around funny twisted.
The what? The what?
You can't expect me to reference Mavity. I don't know what it is.
It's Mavity. I don't know what it is either, but I like saying it. I think it's funny.
I don't even know where it came from. Is it from Doctor Who?
I think it's from Doctor Who.
Well, I don't know that.
I feel like I feel like we've watched an episode, or maybe I've watched an episode. I can imagine Peter Capaldi saying, Mavity.
There's no way. There's no way that I've experienced Mavity.
You brilliant humans! You're looking at all that Mavity. I lost it. It fell apart. It fell apart in my very eyes.
You're looking at all that Mavity.
Like Mavity. But, Doctor, there's all this Mavity weighing my backpack down. See? Isn't it fun?
Mavity.
That's brilliant Mavity.
No, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay. So, Missy gets horny for gravity?
What? Are you sure?
She's like, don't Sexual you feel it, Clara? Gravity. This is normal gravity. Artificial gravity is sexier.
Wait, is it sexier than artificial gravity, or is artificial gravity the sexier of the gravities?
She says artificial gravity is coppery and sexy.
Why has everything got to be sexy with Stephen? Why is Stephen Moffat so horny all the time? Can you fucking put it away for 5 minutes and sit down and write an episode of Doctor Who that's not just like, I'm horny and a woman and I'm kissing other women. Gotcha.
Did you understand anything that was said here?
Yes. This is Missy figuring out they're not in space. They're on a planet. They're not on a space station. So she's like, but then we find out, all you have to do... No,
you're skipping the thing that I was asking about.
What are you asking me about?
Missy, this is where she destroys the snake that's binding her hands.
She kills the snake in front of its parents, yeah.
And she says, what does this look like to you? Pointing at the airlock. And Clara's like, an airlock? And Missy says, it's pants. Today might be the day... What day?
Probably.
The day I kill you.
It's probably.
And then she opens the airlock and says, you and me together. Let's go. Let's make jam.
This is probably all crazy British slang.
I refuse to believe
really
that a British person would hear that and go, yeah, that makes sense.
That's how I talk. I'm always saying clever, and I'm always saying it's jam.
I'm always saying that. Anyway, the Doctor sees Davros in an apparatus of tubes like Darth Vader.
He's always in an apparatus. This is the thing. They're like, oh, he's dying. But he looks like he always looks. He looks like he looked in the 1980s. He's hooked up to tubes, and he's in his funny little chair, and he looks like shit. They need to figure out a way to convey that he's old and sickly, because he always looks like this.
You know how a tradition of this show is insulting the actors who play the Doctor?
They fucking hate anyone who plays the Doctor.
This is next level.
Uh-huh.
When the Doctor walks in and Davros says, I have face.
You look just like me.
It is so like mine.
You look like shit, Capaldi. You're old. You're an older man.
He sends Sarf away, and Sarf doesn't appear for the rest of the episode, so whatever.
What was the point of that character? Why couldn't it have just been like a Dalek?
Snakes!
Why was it not like just a normal Dalek or a disguised Dalek?
Yeah, considering that there is a disguised Dalek in this episode interacting with the Doctor.
Yeah. So then,
Davros says, remember Doctor Who?
And then he plays a Doctor Who clip show of the Doctor talking about how evil Davros is.
Yeah,
I'm going to fucking
we hear
kill Davros.
4th Doctor, we hear 6th Doctor, we do get to hear Silly McCoy from Remembrance of the Daleks.
Got so happy to hear Silly.
Unimaginable power, unlimited rice pudding.
I love him.
Which,
so
lest
much.
we forget, that was him like taunting Davros as he sends him to be blown up on Skaro.
Never forget that Remembrance of the Daleks is an episode about the Doctor genociding the Daleks, and all of the things that happen in that episode are just part of his just master plan that he's formulated. Like oh, they took the MacGuffin, haha, it was actually a fucking planet destroying bomb. What a sicko.
I will say the Daleks have become less interesting to me since we watched that episode, because in that episode it was kind of like, you know, what he's doing is very extreme, but he sees it as the only way forward. It's a
necessary evil, is to genocide the Daleks in his mind.
But since then, I feel like it's been made so clear that the only thing the Daleks exist to do is just kill everyone. I mean, maybe that was already the case, but it really
just
feels like they are like mindless killing machines. Yeah, fucking kill them. I don't care.
Like we got a lot of people writing in, sending us letters and stuff. Thank you for the letters, everybody. We got a lot of letters about, isn't it so nice that they made the Cybermen interesting? And I'm like, I would love to see that if they did that this time, but I didn't see that. And they really.
We also hear the 6th Doctor. This is our first brush with Colin.
He says, "I'm gonna rip your fucking head off."
He says, "Did you bother?" I don't remember.
Yeah, this is Colin a Shots. It's our new segment where we do our best Colin Baker impression.
Yeah, I don't remember what his voice was like, but he says something. He says, "Did you bother to tell anyone they might be eating their own relatives?"
That's a pretty.
So Davros seems pretty evil.
It's a pretty good Doctor Who line.
I kind of feel like the Doctor should kill him.
I feel like the Doctor should just punch this old man in the face so hard right now that he dies
with a spoon.
I feel like he should go back in time and kill this guy as a child.
And then Davros pulls up a video, because we love Tom Baker so much. He gets to appear on screen. We get a video clip of the 4th Doctor saying, "If you knew a child would grow up totally evil, a ruthless dictator who would destroy millions of lives."
I'm so glad that there's an episode where Tom Baker says would you abort Hitler, or would you kill baby Hitler?
Would you kill the child, Leela? And
Leela,
she's like, fuck yeah, I would.
I would love to kill baby Hitler with my knife.
And Davros says, here's the point of this whole thing, is I still believe that I was right to create the Daleks, and we are gonna end that argument tonight.
I'm going to show you how cool the Daleks are, and I'm going to really change your worldview.
So we then see Missy and Clara step out of the airlock, and they're just standing on seemingly nothing, just in the middle of space. And Missy explains that they are on an invisible planet, and that so-called space station is actually just a building.
Wow, that's great.
And then they adjust to the invisibility field or whatever, and the planet appears around them, and Missy says, "Uh-oh, it's Skaro
from Doctor Who. They can't stop rebuilding this planet.
It didn't get blown up,
they cannot,
actually, I guess.
They can't keep doing this. How many times you gotta do this?"
And then my favorite moment of the episode, my cool time moment, as we say.
Oh yeah, we're always doing our cool time moments.
Is when Clara is like, what's Skaro? And Missy says, it's the planet of the Daleks.
Wow.
And then we hear from off-screen, correct!
That was super funny.
Goddamn right!
Ding, ding, ding! You got it in one!
And
We
Daleks roll in and arrest them, and they take them to a room full of Daleks swiveling near the TARDIS.
I love when the Daleks are having their little raves!
This is what I'm saying. This is the modern day sequel soft reboot of Remembrance of the Daleks.
I hate that though, because that epode's
I hate
really
it too,
cool
but it's
and
true.
got themes. That episode has a British, like, a fascist sympathizer who they're like, you're just like the Daleks. And then I don't remember what happens to that character.
He dies, probably.
Yeah.
And Ace says that racism is bad, and she's right.
She's right, and she kills Daleks with a baseball bat.
She does kill some Daleks.
It's so cool. Ace isn't in this episode, therefore it's not Remembrance of the Daleks.
Clara is the sequel to Ace.
No, she's not! How dare you! Clara's fine, but she's not the sequel to Ace. I will kill you.
Sequel does not mean good or justified.
True. I don't think that their characters are similar at all, except that they're both women.
No, they're cool, they're in control, they're inexplicably epic, except that Ace is just cool and we like
Ace
it.
is just, there's nothing inexplicable about her, she's just cool and epic.
Clara is Ace, written by Stephen Moffat.
I'm gonna fucking throw up thinking about Ace written by Stephen Moffat. I'm gonna throw up. Let's move on. So the Daleks are in they have the TARDIS, they've captured
They're just rotating.
They're literally just fidgeting, I guess. And then they pull in, like, the TARDIS Destructo beam. I was kind of obsessed with it. Like,
I didn't notice that at all, to be honest.
They have their own bespoke TARDIS killing beam. And Clara's like, I'll help you get in the TARDIS.
No.
No.
That does not happen at all.
You can't destroy the TARDIS.
Yeah, Clara says it's indestructible. And Missy says, did the doctor tell you that? Never believe what a man tells you about his vehicle. I think it's later that the doctor says, I'll help you figure out the TARDIS, and then they're like, Missy, not the doctor.
That's who it is. I remember, because she's evil. She would be. We do not watch.
So the doctor is forced to watch this on a monitor, and he's terrified. He's like, oh no, what are they going to do?
This is so sad. They're making him watch
Missy tells the Daleks that the TARDIS is the dog's unmentionables, and if they let her live, she can help them blow up the universe. Now,
the Daleks can already travel through time, we know this.
This is stupid, because she's like, I can help you do the most evil Daleking that you ever imagined. What do you say? And the Daleks go, maximum extermination.
We're good.
And kill her.
I didn't,
so, it's not maximum extermination.
That's just
they just minimized it.
No, because, well, two things. Number one, we did see it. Her bones did briefly get to breathe, which was
true.
Beautiful, and I'm sure she's really happy about it. Second of all, it's maximum extermination because they killed all of her regenerations too. However many she had. Anywhere in the ballpark.
We know that this is a headcrab dream because Missy will later become the Voltigar.
Right, we know that she comes back. I mean, this is not the show's fault that I know that there's no stakes, but also they killed Clara and the Master at the first episode of the beginning of the season.
I would argue that it is the show's fault that we know there's no stakes, because even if we were watching in...
We would see, I would see in the BBC News, what's her name? Clara actress, that's her name. What's her name? Yeah, renewed for another season of Doctor Who, not one episode.
My point was more, the show already revealed that none of this is really
it's a dream.
Going to matter, because we know that it's a headcrab dream because Santa's at the end of the last episode.
I love that we've done two different shows. We've covered two different shows that end in Santa being real and therefore God being real.
I still believe that it's 3 and that Kyle XY becomes Santa in season 4. That never happened.
Julie Plex, like, we were always planning for Kyle to eventually become Santa.
He's sort of a superhero of the North Pole.
A superhero of the pole?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the Doctor, bad things are happening. The Master is dead. The Doctor's best friend has been killed. He's very sad.
Oh yeah, Clara also dies.
Yeah, Clara also dies.
And Davros is like watching this on the screen, and the Doctor's like, I don't like this, and Davros is like, I do. So that's kind of,
I think it's epic, actually.
What's going on there? And the Doctor says, why did I ever let you live? And Davros says, compassion, your greatest indulgence. And we learn that the reason that all of this is happening is that Davros, just once before he dies, wants to force the Doctor to admit that compassion is a mistake.
This is so dumb. That's so cringe. I genuinely hate that. It's about...
And then we cut back to the Daleks blowing up the TARDIS, which makes no sense because the thing that happens right after that is that we cut to the Doctor reacting to all of this by time traveling back to young Davros time?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what Steven is not cooking this week. Steven is putting things in the fridge.
And little boy Davros is like, "Oh, you're back. Are you gonna save me?" And the Doctor says, "I'm gonna save my friend the only way I can." And he points a big fucking laser shotgun at Davros boy.
They literally did Let's Kill Hitler parentheses real. Like,
and says, exterminate.
Yeah. My god, that was so... I don't want to watch it. I hope I never see the follow-up to this episode. I hope that Clara stays dead.
Next time on Doctor Who, Davros says...
Man, I just remembered what happens to Clara at the end of her storyline, and I am angry.
She flies off in the Bistromath with Arya Stark.
She's alive forever.
Davros says that you can genocide the Daleks. Can you imagine? And then he says, "Are you ready to be a god?" I don't know. This episode was almost entirely vibes. Nothing happens. Everything happens.
It was very much a vibes based. It was sort of a show of words.
You're not gonna like this, Jordan.
Oh my god.
A+? No.
You're like, I have no merits to judge this episode on, so I have to give it a C by default, so nothing happened in it.
I, despite everything, enjoyed watching this episode.
Oh, I was not... This was my turn to not be in the mood for Doctor Who. I woke up and I was like, I do not want to watch this, and then the longer I watched it, the less into it I was.
I'm gonna give it an unjustifiable B-.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Can you do me a favor, please, and inform me what other episodes you are saying this episode is equal to, so I can be angry?
Well, I mean, you're not gonna like this, because at the time I gave it a B, but talking about it, I downgraded it.
To what? What
to
episode?
a B-, like I just said.
Oh, you originally... Yeah, can you please tell me what episodes are also B-minuses?
I gave a B- to Love and Monsters.
That one's pretty good.
Utopia.
That one was also pretty good. It's kind of like a setup, but is that all that's ever gotten a B- from you?
Vampires of Venice.
Oh, that one was alright.
Let's Kill Hitler.
Oh my god, we gave that one a B-?
And the Zygon Invasion.
What's wrong with us? Every time...
No, those are my scores.
Okay. I didn't care for that one so much.
You gave a B- to 42, which is shocking to me.
I was just so enamored by the illegal scooping. I'm going to give this one a solid C, and Steven can fucking thank me for it. Because I just don't think that there was enough substance for me to even, like, grab onto to have any opinion about this episode whatsoever.
I feel like B- is my typical score for, like, this isn't a good episode, but I had a fine enough time watching it.
I think that C is literally like this episode slid off my brain like ducks off of a water's back. Sam, it's time for our favorite segment that I've been dreading all day. Great Scott. This is where we do our very best to do an impression of Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, I really don't like the key phrase that you picked this week. Granted, the Doctor has about 4 lines in this episode.
He barely fucking talks, but our key phrase this week is the aforementioned line, "I helped you dig a well with a first-class child-friendly visitor center," which is not an easy line.
Also the trouble is that he's yelling it to the crowd.
Well, you can say it however you want to say it, as long as you're doing your best shot at Peter Capaldi.
Oh, God.
You gotta go first.
Scott. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you have to go first.
All right. Let me listen to it real quick, because you picked this very last minute.
And then I'm going to base mine off of yours, so it's going to be even worse.
This is not going to be good, because I already can't do the voice.
Don't do the voice.
He says it kind of like this. "I helped you dig a well with a first-class, child-friendly visitor center!" That
barely sounded like anything. That barely sounded like you were even trying.
I can't do it when he's not yelling. Why did you think I could do it when he's yelling?
Because it's a funny line. "I helped you dig a well with a..." What was it? "I helped you dig a well with a first-class child-friendly visitor center!"
That's better than mine.
Fell out of my mouth. I felt so good about our Jodie last week, and then I was trying to do Jodie, and I couldn't remember how it is. I forgot how her voice sounds. Not that it matters. Pretty sure she says, like, bonjour, stuff like that. It's time for the companion awards. But, like, there was...
No.
Yeah.
Let's skip it this week.
No, we gotta at least try. I mean, Clara's barely even counts as a companion this week because she's, like, the main character and also she's Decker. She's epic. But what does she do? Does she take initiative? I mean, I guess she kind of takes initiative this week.
No, she just gets dragged around by Unit and then Missy.
But she solves the mystery of... She
doesn't.
But she shows up and she talks to...
She thinks about the mystery, and then Missy literally pops out of a computer screen and says, "Come to somewhere."
She shows up, and I'm pretty sure that she talks to Donald Trump on the phone. But I'm not 100% sure when this episode came out, but I'm pretty sure she talked to Donald Trump.
This episode was 2015.
Oh my god, okay.
No, this was Obama.
She just dodged the bullet. 1 year later, Donald Trump talking about the doctor.
No, Clara doesn't get initiative. She didn't take initiative. She didn't do anything. She didn't accomplish anything.
Do any cool murders? The doctor
Kate was the one who Googled.
Does anyone get got in a funny way? Just
No.
like getting a snake in your mouth count as being funny? Just becoming a Dalek?
No, that was a Dalek anyway. Who cares?
Did anyone... So no one ate shit. No one did any
There's
cool
no
murders.
awards. There's no companions. There's no characters. Nothing happened in this episode.
This episode was barely an episode. This is what I'm telling you. It was like all set up for... No! C. I'm so mad about that. It's not
Jordan.
a B-, yeah.
Which doctor?
Oh, man. I'm not feeling it this week. I want Shutagawa. I think it'd be really funny. And I mean it. Because it could happen. Our chances now are better than they were last week, I think.
I don't know what I want. I don't want to.
You don't want to watch Doctor Who anymore, it sounds like.
No, I do. I think Tennant or Smith or Gatwa. I think I'm ready.
What are you ready for? Any of those? That's a lot of options.
What do you fucking think I meant?
You said Tennant or Smith or Gatwa. I'm ready.
And then I said, I think I'm ready. After saying Gatwa. Context clues, Jordan.
You're ready for Gatwa.
Yes. I am leaning Smith.
I want Rory, Amy, and Matt, and I want to have a bad time of it. But not
Is that your pick?
Yes, actually. I want Rory, Amy, and Matt. I don't know why it's the characters.
It's going to be a Donna
actor.
episode.
It is.
Series 6.
A good man
episode
goes
7.
to...
A good man goes to war.
I feel like I've heard of this one. I think this might actually be an Amy Rory episode.
Yeah,
God, I hope it's not Clara. God, I hope it's not Clara. God, I hope it's not Clara. God, I hope it's not Clara.
This is right after Almost People, which is the sequel to Rebel Flesh.
Oh, okay. It's right before Let's
so
Kill
this
Hitler.
one's going to end with River Song stuff.
This is going to be where they go to the lab we saw in the previously on. Okay.
Positive reviews. Surprising. It's a surprising episode.
Did you say what was the thing you saw in the Wikipedia article last week that made you
Boy Daphros.
Boy Daphros. That's my new name. Okay, I mean it's good. Who directed this one? I just saw someone compared it to Seven Samurai, but I would like to propose that it would be called Steven Samurai because Steven made it.
This is directed by double BAFTA winning director Peter Hoare. Known for Doctor Who, the Netflix Daredevil, and the Last of Us show.
I was really into Netflix Daredevil when I was in high school. Who wrote this one? Was it Steven? Steven. Oh boy, it's Steven's universe.
Yep.
All right.
We're just living in it.
Yep. Let's wrap up.
Well, that's fun for us, I guess. We're on co-host at Dr. Huh. I'm on co-host at Positive Stress. Oh, we have questions actually this week.
Oh, do we? Yeah. Cool.
We have some science about the year without a summer from Great Joe on co-host.
Oh, thank you, Great Joe. Tell us about science in summer. I mean, we all know the Cyberman did it, except that I think the doctor might have actually just been wrong about that.
Do you know the term albedo? I had to look this up.
Yes, albedo is like the reflective surface of the Earth, right? It's like the reflective surface, or how reflective the surface is, or how much like sunlight bounces off of.
Yeah, something like that. Your high school physics class may have had a lesson or two about albedo. We can see the moon in part because it's very shiny. It has a high albedo. This is because the rock on its surface is a very light gray, which reflects most light. The 1815 eruption of Tambora, not Krakatoa, that was me saying that, not Joe, was the rare explosive eruption. A large plug had formed on top of the pathways that lava had previously flowed through to get to the surface. Pushing that plug out of the way meant pushing with such force that we've never recorded as big an eruption for over 200 years. It was a very big plug. The rock was shattered into a fine powder, and it was a lot of rock, making enough powdered rock to turn our entire atmosphere effectively shiny. Instead of getting into our atmosphere to store heat in various greenhouse gases, some of the sun's light was reflected back into space. There's people who want to recreate this effect, and they think that continuing to drill for oil is fine, because we can just do this, apparently.
because I'm pretty sure there was no, agricultural impact of this.
Yeah, I mean, that's like Mr. Burns shit.
Yeah, we'll block out the sun to solve climate change. I mean, I know how we're going to solve it. We're going to put a big ice cube in the ocean. Futurama already taught me that.
Thank you, Joe, for science. We have a question from Grant, at My Name is Grant. Series 14 has finished, and a lot of people were talking about it, perhaps too many to avoid. Sam, what do you think this season you've seen none of was about, in terms of mood, theme, plot, or whatever else comes to mind? So I really have avoided any spoilers,
which is impressive because I always click 1 or 2 stray spoiler tags whenever I see them because I have no impulse control and I don't think about things.
I follow Doctor Who fans on co-hosts who are always posting about it, but they tag it, so I don't click.
People in our Discord are always I can't believe this episode where Clara came back and she's wearing a jetpack or something. God, I hope Clara doesn't come back. No offense.
Thank you to the people in our Discord who are very good about spoiler tagging.
They're very diligent about using
the River Song emote.
Yeah. What do you think it's about?
I think that Series 14...
You know that it's Shudigawa's the Doctor, and do you know the name of the companion? Have you seen the
Her
companion?
name is Ruby Sunday, I believe.
Yeah. What do you think she's up to? What do you think they're doing? I have not finished the season, but I'm pretty sure I've got an idea where it's going.
So what I've heard is that it was kind of conceived as a soft reboot of sorts. They called it Doctor Who Season 1, even though it isn't.
I love
it's not actually called that. They just titled it that.
Yeah.
So that makes me think that the holiday specials that led up to it, which had Donna in them, were let's do hard continuity stuff for the people who are really in it. And that makes me think that Series 14 is kind of a bit of a clean slate, but it's probably not, and I'm probably wrong. What do I think it's about? The mood and the themes.
Yeah, that's more important. What do you think the vibe of the new... That's a word I learned this word from Jody. What do you think the vibe is?
I think that where Steven has in the past, because this is Rusty, but I know that Steven wrote some of it.
Steven wrote an episode, I think.
Oh, just one. Okay.
I think so.
I think that it's embracing the fun and the adventure of Doctor Who. That's what I imagine is happening, because it feels like we're trying to just get back to the point of why people like this show.
Do you think that they're trying to you think they're trying to undo Chibnall vibes?
That's what it is. I think that they are trying to. I think that they're trying to roll back from the prestige era of Chibnall,
right? The Avengers Endgame era of Doctor Who.
Yes, I think that he's walking around and he's saying, "Come on, you stupid humans."
Is this Shudigawa? He sounds like Sonic.
I don't know that I've ever heard him speak.
Hey, it's me, Shudigawa. I'm the 14th Doctor. Way past cool. 15th Doctor. That's right. The 14th was played by David Tennant.
For some reason.
I'm the 14th Doctor. Maria. Donna.
I'm played by David Tennant, but I sound like this.
It's I gotta get my TARDIS. I gotta go get my TARDIS. I gotta go find my TARDIS. Amy.
I gotta go get my fucking TARDIS.
Amy, I never went back in time.
Oh, you're doing Ricky Underwood from The Secret Life.
It turned into Ricky voice for
Okay, great. Plot though, I really can't guess.
It's a very hard thing to guess with no context.
The one thing I will say is that the name Ruby Sunday sounds like it's something.
It sounds.
I think that there's some bullshit going on with the companion.
You think
I think that it's not just hello. I'm a person named Ruby Sunday.
It's one.
I think we might be doing Clara type activities.
Yeah, it's one of those special companions.
Yeah,
that's an interesting guess. Do you want me to tell you what I think it's about? Having seen half of it.
Will it spoil me?
Yes, immensely.
Well, then no.
All I'll say is that what I've seen so far, I quite like. Thank you, Rusty, for making people interested in Doctor Who again. God, I hope it lasts. God, I hope it lasts. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry, we were in the middle of plugs. Cohost.org/Doctor I'm on co-host at Positive Stress. You can listen to my other podcasts. Do we do this before Patreon? We were off for a little while. I don't remember how anything works anymore.
I think we usually do Patreon first.
Okay. Anyway, Sounds About Light is back soon. Okay. Patreon.com/pottingbros. $1 a month gets you a mildly special Discord role marking you as a friend of the show. You get all of our bonus content. We have finished the season, or the 5th Doctor serial Terminus. Next time it's going to be some Tom Baker shit that I forgot what it's called.
Nobody cares about.
Hopefully we'll be able to record that pretty soon.
Yeah, I think we should be able to.
I think scheduling should be a little bit easier now.
Yeah, you know when they're going to come in and make your house all noisy.
Yeah, that's at the end of July. And I don't know how much that's going to affect things yet, because they don't tell me anything.
They don't tell you.
$5 a month gets you a pretty special Discord role marking you as a companion of the show. You can send us a message that we're reading one of our funny voices, and you get a shout out in the podcast. $10 gets you all that, plus an incredibly special Discord role marking you as an honorary member of House Me Sousa. You can listen to the podcast live while we record it, and we will clap for you when we shout you out. Thank you to our $5 and $10 subscribers. Caroline Siebert, Cassidy, Faustian Bargain Bin, Helga K, JCH, Roy, Stephanie Boulding, Stephanie Karen, Violet Magician, and House Me Sousa, Destry Hawk, H. Cabe, Sauceworks, and Vertigree.
Thank you. A very special doctor thanks to all of our patrons.
Listen to my other podcast, Sounds About Light. We're going to be talking about Frozen soon.
Kamurocho Radio about the Yakuza video game series. You're just talking about the movie Frozen.
Yeah.
The part when Elsa sings Let It Go.
I do need to watch Frozen today.
Do you?
In preparation.
Are you gonna like it?
I don't know. I liked it enough the first time. I've only seen it once.
It's got a funny snowman, voiced by like the guy who's from. You ever seen
Josh
that guy?
Gad.
Yeah, that guy.
You know, I liked Olaf the Funny Snowman when I saw the movie, and I forget that I liked him because I hated him so much in Kingdom Hearts.
You hated sort of the you hated
find
sort
my
of,
head.
Can you
find my head?
Oh my god!
I'm over here.
Stop. You're like, now it's a new segment called EGAD. That's Josh Gad impression. He-Gad. Him?
He-Gad.
Oh, him? He-Gad.
What about you, Jordan?
Huh? I'm not doing a Josh Gad impression.
No. Did you like the movie Frozen? No, plugs.
You can find me on Tumblr at tumblr.com/Kiwami Breakfast. And you can find me on Discord. You can find me in the wonderful world of Aorta Caprese. I haven't talked about Final Fantasy's entire episode, even though video game just came out. Can you believe I did that? Can you believe that I didn't complain once? Can you believe
your energy just spiked?
Can you believe that? No, I was going to say, can you believe that I did not one time in our recording make a joke about how I'd rather be playing Final Fantasy and not doing this?
Well, of course you didn't make a joke about that. You've been playing it this entire time.
I've just been sitting here with my legal software running that makes me press crafting buttons. But thank you.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Noise based though.
Thank you to podcasts.
Can you want to give one? Do you want to say a podcast?
Sure. LMNOP about Elementary.
I've been thinking about watching Elementary because I was watching a video about Sherlock and it made me so mad. And I was like, what if maybe I can find a good adaptation of Sherlock out there?
I've only seen the one episode that I've seen, but I did like it.
Was it like good Sherlock or was it bad?
I don't remember. It was years ago at this point.
Can you roll back the tapes or maybe watch more of it and tell me?
No. Well, that's it.
Well.
Until next time, when we get to learn the secret of River Song again.
You don't get to get away with this so easly. You got to say the thing that all the fans say.
I legitimately forgot.
You got to do the thing. What thing? Shut up.
I got to do a thing.
Oh, you turned into Leo for a second there.
May your life flow like a river.
No.
May your days smell sweet as a rose.
Boy.
May your nights be calm and still as a pond. May you be as lucky as an ace in the game of blackjack.
Hardness.
And may the doctor light your path through time.
You love this girl. You gotta marry her.
Doctor
Bye. I love this show because it's so good for the environment.
Grapefruit.
No. Excelsior.